All right, let's settle a debate that's been raging for centuries. We're stepping into the ring for a literary showdown between two of the heaviest hitters in history, period. It all comes down to this one question. Who is the true king of English literature? You know, if you had to pick one. In one corner, you've got the beloved Bard of Avon, and in the other, the visionary rebel poet. This is the ultimate intellectual title fight.
So let's meet our contenders and their champions. In Shakespeare's corner, fighting for him, we have the scholar James Shapiro. He sees the Bard as the undisputed hero of literature. And in Milton's corner, you've got Nigel Smith, who argues he was a towering visionary rebel.
Okay, round one. Let's make the case for Shakespeare. Now, according to James Shapiro, the Bard's real genius isn't just about the fancy language. No, it's his relentless, almost obsessive exploration of human complexity.
And this is how he does it. I mean, Shakespeare dives into every single relationship you can think of. Fathers and daughters, lovers and enemies, you name it. He just mashes these complicated, often contradictory emotions together all at once. And, this is the key, he never gives you an easy answer. He never tells you what to think. His plays are basically designed for us to argue about them forever. So, to prove the point, Shapiro brings up this one line. Just think about it. You've been watching this hilarious, charming rom-com for 2 hours. The two leads, Beatrice and Benedict, have finally confessed their love for each other. And then, in that exact moment, she says this. And that right there, that's the Shakespearean magic trick. In a single beat, he gives you this incredible love scene and a cold-blooded demand for murder. It's a romance and a revenge tragedy all smashed together, because let's be honest, that's how messy and complicated human emotions really are. Which brings us to this crucial idea Shapiro calls multiplicity. A Shakespeare play can be staged as a celebration of kings or a total critique of them. A character can be the hero in one production and the villain in the next. See, Shakespeare isn't giving you the answer. He's creating this amazing space for us to figure it out ourselves.
But now, let's turn to the other corner. For his champion, Nigel Smith, Milton isn't just a poet. Oh no, he's an architect of entire worlds, of whole philosophies, with an ambition that just, well, it dwarfs almost any other writer you can think of.
Milton's project was absolutely cosmic. He wasn't content with just the human world. He takes us to heaven, to hell, to Eden before the fall, places we literally can't experience. He wanted to get inside the mind of evil itself, to understand it. And through his poetry, he built a complete philosophy for how to live. His goal was to outdo everyone. And you can't find a better example of this than his version of Satan. This single line captures such a deep psychological truth. Hell isn't some place you go to, it's a state of mind you carry around inside you. It's who you are. And that is Milton's masterstroke. He takes the source of all evil, and instead of giving us some cackling monster, he gives us this charismatic, complex, almost heroic rebel. He puts us right inside the devil's head, forcing us to actually understand his jealousy, his pride, his pain. It's such a challenging and incredibly modern thing to do.
But it wasn't all doom and gloom. As Nigel Smith points out, Milton also did something kind of wild. He imagined what we were like in a state of pure innocence. His Adam and Eve, before everything went wrong, are living in this state of perfect, unashamed love, a vision of humanity that is, in Smith's own words, really sexy.
So, let's look at the tail of the tape. On one side, you've got Shakespeare, who's all about the messy, ambiguous world of human relationships. On the other, you have Milton, exploring the grand, defined architecture of theology and the cosmos. Shakespeare is open and theatrical. Milton is deep, interior, and visionary.
So, after both champions made their case in the debate this is all based on, the question was finally put to the audience. After all that, who would they crown the king? And the result? Well, it was pretty decisive. The audience declared Shakespeare the winner of this particular showdown, with a whopping 69% of the vote. Milton came in with a very respectable 27%.
But you know what? The vote isn't really the most interesting part. The real takeaway here is understanding the different kinds of genius we're talking about. One writer gives us, the raw, messy, beautiful chaos of humanity. The other gives us a breathtaking vision of the entire universe and our tiny place in it. They're just two different, equally powerful ways that literature helps us make sense of it all.
Which leaves us with one final thought. What does it even mean to crown a king of literature? Especially when one of the contenders, the fierce anti-monarchist John Milton, would have probably hated the very idea of it. Maybe the real crown doesn't belong to any one writer, but
but to the incredible ongoing debate itself.